sat crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my frames ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head, locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills, no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills, no thrills, no thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Yesterday, all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills, no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills, no thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, No thrills, no thrills for me. No thrills, no thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white, and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind our manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all our flags are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure of something. I'm not worried up late, losing sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. I think I've been thinking too much. Hurt myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 A's sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. I'm all good, I'm looking up. But baby, if I'm honest, you know I've been taking stock of every perfect little win and every close near loss I meet. And we're most fast, run all the worst stuff. And what's my wheels are turning, it's just how to turn them off. So put some sugar on my ear and tell me something sweet. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess it's all that it takes. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold all my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over, I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And have I ever mentioned I loved you from the start? I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. You got my heart. You got my heart. You got my heart. You got my
All right, everybody, it's unexpected victory time. And today, Unexpected Victory are looking to bounce back with a win after a Game 1 loss to start this season. They're up against Escape Velocity, who also had their own Game 1 loss. And we'll see who gets to finally get the first win of their season. Escape Velocity is another team that, is fresh from IM, qualified for this division. They went 2-1 in the playoffs. They were get to round number 3. So we're going to see if UV1 could oust this team and pick up their first win, or if Escape Velocity today will come out as victors. Hi, folks. I am Johnny Esports, the play-by-play caster, and your broadcaster for today. I will be calling the action, and we'll be going from there. Unexpected Victory, of course, had a very, very exciting season. Last season, we touched on a lot of that on the last game, but kind of got stonewalled a little bit, not gonna lie, in that very first game last week. It was a tough one there on Dust 2. It just seemed any of the 1v1 battles, any of those just like moments where you just needed a player to step up and hit their shots just wasn't happening for UV1 on that day. And while it was kind of coming back late, it's always one of those things where it's like, well, did the other team also take their foot off the pedal a little bit? And the UV1 was like sort of mounting a comeback, but it was so far gone a little bit that it was unsure. It's always hard to tell in those situations if it was really like, okay, UV1 finally showed up, or the other team let their foot foot off the gas and trying to figure out that. But that was Dust 2. We come into Overpass here today, which is one of Unexpected Victory's best maps, which is good to see get them onto something we're more familiar seeing them on, like Dust 2. I know like everyone is kind of like fine with Dust 2 just because it's like the oldest standing map and it just in the competitive rotation forever. So like everyone plays games of Dust 2, right? So everyone's kind of familiar with that map. But I just feel like as a team, they're very, very familiar with this map and they come out and play this map a ton. So this could potentially be good for them. And I think a good test for them too, because yeah, UV1 went to the semifinals, of course, in the IM playoffs last season, and this is a team that they're up against that did lose in round 3, but that gives you kind of a comparable status line, I guess you can call it, between these two teams that easily they can be kind of going up together. And I think for both teams is a good litmus test for them because they will expect this kind of level of player. Whereas like, you know, kind of like through IM where UV1, it was always so hard to place a team in terms of level. But when you look at escape velocity, you go, okay, well they had an 11-win regular season in IM and they also won the playoffs. So you know they're like at the very least around the same level of UV1. So this will still be a good test for both these teams that I know are looking to see them get themselves a good challenge and really get their season off the right foot. Both of them so far suffering a loss. 0-2 would feel bad. One of these teams is going to have to go 0-2 at this point, but one of these teams will get that narrative of like, okay, all right, whatever. Lost game 1. We're just right on track here as we watch Damos play with Squeaky. But it'll be very exciting to see how that kind of unfolds too as well, because this is a new test, I think, for both of these teams here now today, and it'll definitely be a fun one as we're waiting for a couple more people to join the game here and join the server and get us started. But in on all of that, what we did get to see, so let's talk about some positives from Unexpected Victory that we saw, you know, on the last broadcast, was Vampy and Damos, like, certainly were still kind of up there in frags and still were getting things done in that sense, and it felt like they were able to kind of match that. And we saw flashes of brilliance that came out of Alpha, who just joined the server too, and everyone really just kind of had those flashes, but like it just felt like that game that was like they were so far behind early that they were just like thrown off. And of course, early streaks in Counter-Strike are like, okay, well, you lost 3 in a row. Well, that's because you had to eco a couple times in a row, and then you lost your round, and then you just did that again. Like, oh, okay, so like really, like sometimes when you go 0-6, you lost 2 rounds in actuality. But and then you just like the anti-ecos were so strong for the other team that UV1 was playing with that it was just like you weren't gonna be able to break through on that. So. But as we came down the stretch, Unexpected Victory, even more so than like we were, you know, I was just talking about how maybe the other team left foot off the pedal, and that might be at least partially true. UV1 players were starting to hit some pretty impressive shots near the end of the game, so at least it showed like a positivity of Unexpected Victory's ability to not be just completely tilted out of that kind of game, out of frankly what was a blowout. So we'll see what they've done since then. It's only been a couple days, but I don't know the scrim schedule. I don't know if they threw in a couple more scrims here and there. Maybe someone check that might know. Could throw that out there, but either way, they come into this one now. I think they come in there with a fresh brain. They can not think about that. We know this team is a very, very good bounce back team. I don't recall the last time they've lost 2 games in a row. There's not a whole, even like in open and in the like 3-4 seasons I've been casting them now. There's 2 seasons in IM, 1 in open, 3 seasons. Whatever it was. I'm just like trying to sit here for you. This is the 4th season? Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think that makes sense. So yeah, I don't recall a time where they don't bounce back and play strong. Again, as we climb up the divisions, it'll be harder to continue a streak like that, but very much in the realm of possibility that they're fine, and this is a team that like has good mentals on them. That has always been something I've commented on, and in a lot of situations, and it's always funny because it's a lot of situations where I'm like, oh, I'd be tilted now. Just playing, and I'm just thinking, oh, I'd be tilted now. It'd be very hard for me to play this game at any competitive level, level when I see them. But then I see UV1 break out of those situations and then be fine and look great even. So we're looking to see that kind of bounce back today out of Unexpected Victory. But I think, you know, I as fans of Escape Velocity are entering the chat too as well, as Ada Roland, great name by the way, as someone with ADD, I'm telling you, you have a great name. They're expecting the same thing from their own team, right? So it'll be interesting. This is like a UV1 centered broadcast, of course, but recognize, of course, that we do have some visitors here today, so that'll be fun to see all of you in chat, and feel free to cheer for your team. We're definitely like okay with that, even though this is a UV1 stream. Definitely very cool with that. So we're getting started. Finally, I can stop talking about my ADD and how much I get tilted in video games and how much these players hopefully don't. And we get started here, the knife round, to figure out who gets to pick what side here now. And I'm good on it. This is good to see. It's good to see that it isn't too much time. That's kind of what I actually really like about the ESEA season. There isn't too much time after a game, so you can kind of like get into the next one. Even after this one, there's another game tomorrow at about the same time for UV1, as this is a very conservative knife round from both sides. These really on one side, but we'll see how it kind of shakes out as Bono is finally going to go down there. Unexpected Victory will now get the choice of side. So let's go over names on the opposing team on Velocity of Zenny win? I'm going to go with Zenny just because that's easier to pronounce than I don't know what the last 3 letters are supposed to do. Tyra, Bono, Silk, and BK. Easily enough. And of course on Unexpected Victory we have Vampy, Naft, Demos the IGL, Egglet, and Alfight in tonight, and we are live as Unexpected Victory have chosen the CT side to get this one started. We're playing a map here in Overpass, and it's a fun one. It's definitely one I do like to see how well UV1 do kind of rotate, how well their retakes kind of happen on this map, and how good their T side looks, and the different looks they kind of give there. They do some crazy things, and I'm excited to see how it kind of works out here as Escape Velocity gets started on the T side. Bono, meanwhile, has moved through tunnels here and meets up with Vampy right there, and Bono will win out on that one. So that's a big win to open up the middle part of this map, as Silk can now move into here with their teammate as they make their way up. The rest of Escape Velocity are starting to move around long A as they get into there, shooting some bullets through the air. They're starting to get the execute on here. Bono, meanwhile, has made their way through bathroom, and then wins another firefight against Naf. Bono having a great pistol round for themselves. Demos at least answers with 1 frag here, but now we're watching Silk get in there and taking down 2 back-to-back. Alfight finishes off 1 more, but now Alfight is by themselves in the back of bank here. And you saw, just before we switched cameras here, Silk saw the pistol of Alfight peek out, so Silk was just waiting for that head to come out, and they finish off that one. 3K for Silk, 2K for Bono. So nice pistol round from Escape Velocity, and UV1 will now have to start after losing a pistol round. To note, this would now be the 3rd pistol round here in a row that UV1 have lost. Easy to keep track because we've only watched 1 game so far, but I don't know, pistol rounds sometimes are kind of coin flip, but we'll see if I'm gonna keep track on that. Sometimes UV1 will lose pistol rounds and it'll be fine. It's just pistol rounds haven't always been their thing, but well, as we tune into NAF, who of course had that pistol ace last season, but we'll see how it turns out. But sometimes they turn around pistol rounds just because of their strength of being able to use a deagle. As we watch Vampy being boosted up here using that exact gun. He just looks away there and then 1-taps Tyra. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Vampy and company here. So they'll get to start this one off a 5v4. Good pick there as we tune to Demos now watching over the A site, and a few of them walking up short A right now. Zenny looking to buy some time here. Gonna throw a smoke and then flash for themselves, but they take a shot here as they now will try to walk in here and entry frag. Has that Mac 10, would have that advantage of the short range there, but Demos eventually is taken out by the person with an AK, and that'll be the best gun in this round. Naft trying to find some shots through the smoke, getting some down with their pistol, hitting Bono down to 58 HP. BK will now plant the bomb, gets immediately taken out by Vampy as that happens, but Zenny's able to find Alfight in the back of bank. Vampy, meanwhile, is just continuing their great round. They picked off all 5. That is a pistol ace from Vampy on the eco. Absolutely huge Vampy coming out in this one. Just capping everyone with that deagle and just looking like a monster out there. Just completely turned around this round for them. And, you know, just talking about, oh, UV1 lose a lot of pistol rounds. And then sometimes they do stuff, though, in the second round. Well, this is one of those rounds where they certainly did stuff. And, well, largely on the heels of Vampy there with that ace. So beautiful stuff coming in from Vampy. And that just affords them kind of like an extra round here. Always expect to lose that round after the pistol, so that's absolutely huge right now. Escape Velocity will upgrade some of their pistols and get some G action out there, but we'll see what damage they can do now. But you got M4s and that one AK stolen too. Vampy goes down to a Galil. Here you go, they're rushing over onto this B side. Vampy continues the streak. He's got 7 frags in a row. Let's make that 8 as he picks up another 3 here. Looking to find one more into Tyra. BK, meanwhile, moving through the smoke here, does finally shut down Vampy, but in the end, Alpha and Egglet team with the last 2 kills, giving Unexpected Victory the 2-1 lead in this match. Vampy, starting off this one, 8, with those 8 frags, looking hot out there, getting it done with the Galil gun. I talk a lot about how much I hate, but Vampy made it look good there. What does have an M4 here now in this round? We're getting pistols from Escape Velocity, so see if we get a clean anti-eco from Unexpected Victory. But right now, we see Escape Velocity stare at a bunch of fire right in front of them. They're not going to be able to walk through that. They're going to wait for that one as Vampy is aggressively positioned up here and is walking straight at them. They're going to go straight towards T-spot, which is pretty nuts if anyone walks through here. And right now, they're waiting patiently is Escape Velocity, as they haven't kind of decided to move out here yet, but Vampy is just chilling out here right now. Meanwhile, Tyra's found a firefight with Deimos over in short A, and they will be able to win out on that one. Zenny now starting to walk up here. Vampy firing at them. Vampy takes down 1. Silk does, though, trade there, and that's a big trade to pull that off with their pistol. So we're still at a 4v3 in favor of Escape Velocity now, despite a few of them being damaged up on Velocity, so good eco going on for them. They've also picked up that M4, which is potentially gigantic. BK, the one kind of led through here, is walking through Monster now. Gonna try to get access towards the B site. Does see a flash in front of them, so that'll temporarily slow them down at the very least. Naf's the one here protecting the B site. Egglet and Alphight will have to rotate on over here as Tyra hits a nice one. Deeg. Alphight gets up to heaven, though. Sees one target, takes him down. But Silk, raiding around the corner, finishes off Alphight, leaving Egglet here 1v3. Decision time on saving this M4, going for it. And right now, looks like go for it. So 2 ecos being put together well by both teams so far. And they'll both steal rounds from each other, barring Egglet doing something special here. But did not see Silk to their right. And this will tie the game back up 2 apiece. Silk with 9 frags of their own ties Vampy here now. And, you know, 2 players looking really, really strong to start this off. Through 4 rounds, 2 players have 9 kills each. Impressive number. And we're getting full rifles over on Velocity. Kind of a quasi-buy for Unexpected Victory as they're forcing up this one. Naft is down to a Deagle. Egglet on the FAMAS, but M4s otherwise. This could be an expensive round if not done cleanly by UV1. So we'll mark this as a key round that potentially win 2-0, but both teams have had eco wins so far, so nothing, of course, guaranteed on that. Deimos trying to slow down any sort of push that's coming over here, but so far Escape Velocity has not committed too much, just playing out default here. Zenny boosts up, but doesn't get any sort of action up there as of yet. Egglet might peek around here to the flash. Gets him to peek, but Zenny is just waiting there, waiting. And takes him down. They're now starting to hit over onto this A site. Here we tune into Bono, watching his teammate get taken down, but moves over and takes down 2 at truck. Bono with the bomb is going to get that plant going. As we tune into Silk. Staring down the smoke at the back of A. Will flash into it. Alphight looking to move up there, but Bono just around his corner. Alphight takes down 1, but Bono turns the corner and takes him out. Naf, meanwhile, is now by themselves. The one with the Deagle. No 1v2 scenario here. Do they go to try to clutch this out as that bomb is ticking away? Bono standing on top of the bomb. Naf not quite quick enough on the flick there. And Bono finishes that off. Escape Velocity will take the lead 3-2 and force an eco out of Unexpected Victory. All right. Flurry of action so far early on in this game is Unexpected Victory. You know, lost the pistol round, but then looking like after a beautiful ace on the deagle from Vampy that they were going to start turning it on. But another eco right back at him from Escape Velocity wins that next round. Now we're in this situation where UV1 is like this, but here's Nap, real aggressive. We'll walk straight into the rifle of BK and get taken down. They're all on the B site already. Silk moves around the corner and takes down Alfight. Bono, meanwhile, also finishing off Vampy, leaves Deimos and Egglet as the last two here. Egglet finds a fight with Silk, and Silk cleans that up. Now it is only Deimos, who hits a nice one dig there, finishing off Zenny. Trying to do it again as Tyra moves into the sights, but Tyra finishes off Deimos to clean up that round. Good anti-eco for Velocity. They go up 4-2. All right, we're going to get some M4s now for UV1. I'll be 3 losses in a row, one away from max loss bonus. But let's see if UV1 can get themselves in a situation where not. No helmets to note on UV1. Vampy shooting through smoke at Monster, but finds one through short and finishes them off. Good job of Vampy to take down BK there, who was playing pretty aggressive. Tyra, meanwhile, by Squeaky. So that Molly. Tyra walking up past through connector, going back to go get the bomb, I'd imagine. I'll fight. Holding down B site with Vampy there, who of course was tagged down to 15 HP, but they were able to pick up that kill, leading to this 5v4. Here's the bomb finally picked up by Tyra with a minute to go. And see if they can wait out any more utility. Still got 4 flashes left for Unexpected Victory. Couple of smokes and 3 flashes for Velocity. Here's Alfight. Ooh, shooting through those boards. Always a dangerous place to stand there because of exactly that. And Alfight able to go back and kill. But here's Silk that's casually walking right up to Egglet and taking him down. Deimos will meet up now with Silk and Connector here. And Deimos will get that down. Tyra, meanwhile, is on site, finishes off Vampy, but ends up getting taken down by Deimos. And Deimos picks up a 3rd frag in that round to end that one off, bringing this one back to within 1. 3-4 now. Still in the lead, Escape Velocity. But important round there. UV1, of course, kind of after an eco, bought as much as they could, and losing that round would maybe have forced another eco back-to-back, even though that would have put them max loss bonus, but maybe would have put them in a situation where they wanted to have saved again. But here we got Velocity buying up and grabbing it off here onto Zenny. BK smoking out that initial molly by Monster, I think it was. Naf flashing at Monster. Looking to get in on there. We got BK rotating back around. They're looking to potentially go up short A here. This Velocity team moving pretty quick, but Egglet's going to slow them down at least a bit. Trading 1 for 1. They're still trying to continue on to here. Tyra is flashed up, so trying to reposition. Does successfully do so, taking out Deimos, but not before they took out Silk. Here's Alfight, back of sight. Looking to make a play, walks up and takes down the bomb carrier. Naft also finishing a target at 2 as well. That leaves BK by themselves. He was trying to run back and away, but Vampy will finish him off. 1 kill apiece for everyone on Unexpected Victory. We'll tie this game back up to 4 apiece. I appreciate the Escape Velocity hype in the chat, but UV1 fans want to hear your hype too as well. We got our own emotes. Bust them out. 4-4 game. It's a close one. It's a fun one, but Escape Velocity now on an eco here. Will be interesting to see where they go up. NAF now. Well, now it's B site. Lots of them in tracks here for Escape Velocity. They're starting to walk up through Monster. NAF might be the first to meet. He throws down a molly. They're walking past Pillar, and NAF finished off the first. He's trying to spray down a second here. We'll get 2. We'll get 3, in fact. And contribute a ton there. Tyra now, last one standing, does at least get the bomb planted for themselves, which is kind of the goal on the eco here on a B rush. So at least they were able to get that for Escape Velocity. But Deimos will finish off Tyra there. Unexpected Victory will win the round. But like I said, you kind of rush B with the expectation of like, hey, let's just get a plant there for the extra bit of money. They also got 2 frags. Not a bad eco from Velocity, that's for sure. UV1 will take their lead here, 5-4. Ownerman chat. Okay, I was AFK finishing making my food, and honestly, I did well to watch the replay. Vampy made a wonderful ace deagle. Yes, it was awesome to watch. Lots of EV hype. 60 Hertz comes in, says, let's go. I'm imagining about the previous round win. Of course, with a 2-minute delay on stream. I have to guess about what happened 2 minutes ago, because I have terrible short-term memory, as I've mentioned 70 million times in the stream before. Really where UV1 have taken a couple rounds in a row here, that I do remember. And Velocity did have that eco here, but now has afforded them some AKs and plenty of utility, so this could be a key round here early on in this match. Zenny awkwardly not being able to jump up there. Default heavy here for Escape Velocity in the past few rounds. Just got an op now on Deimos, as they traded that over. Tyra throwing a smoke towards B. Egglet throwing down that molly there. $50 seconds left in the round. They've left the bomb behind still. Still trying to see if they can find any sort of picks yet. But Tyra is going back to the bomb. Here's Deimos hitting a nice op shot. Taking down Silk, who's been a strong player for Velocity, so that is a significant opening frag. But here we go, they're trying to move in. Vampy finishing off the first one. Bono traces back. Naf, though, is going to finish off 2 more here, leaving Tyra by themselves. Deimos with it off, looking to finish it off, and will do so. Only losing Vampy there in the round. 2K for Naf, 2K for Deimos. 6-4 lead now for Unexpected Victory. Decision time on how you spend your money here for Velocity. Looks like they're going to buy some utility here, upgrade pistols, but ultimately try to stay around 2K there. Hero Rifle, actually, as BK is going to buy an AK. BK buys an AK. Ha! Ha! Bet I'm the first person to say that. Or at least laugh about it. Probably the first person to laugh about it, because it's the dumb thing to laugh about. Either way, Escape Velocity play back. Expecting to see if anyone goes aggressive on them, and that's exactly what Vampy is doing. Sees a target, fires at them, doing half of Tyra's health. Bono making some noise here, keeping Vampy interested. But they started walking through long A. They could meet up with Deimos here, who has the op, but a great shot from BK will take him out. Vampy also got taken out at the same time, so now they have a site open over here, and another great eco round coming in here for Escape Velocity. And looking to actually pick up the win in this one. They pick up the op there as Zenny grabs a big frag here. Tyra, meanwhile, just has Egglet walk right into them. And now it's only Alphite left here, who does finish off Tyra. Again, it was a hero rifle situation. BK bought this one AK, but everyone else on pistols. And a huge round win for Escape Velocity. That's 2 rounds that they've won in this game with way less money. 2 thrifty rounds, again, to borrow that term from Valorant, as Escape Velocity are really clutching out some huge moments here, keeping this game close. 6-5 is still the lead for Unexpected Victory, but that one's paddling, and if Escape Velocity can win another round here, that could force an eco out of UV1. That'll definitely be interesting there as they are running into water here. So the aggressive play, which Vampy sometimes does, that a little bit coin flips things. Naft just firing through those boards, finding a frag again. That one's free. Vampy shooting through that smoke, finds Tyra. Big round here for UV1 to get this one started with 2 opening frags, so it's 5-3 here. Vampy now looking to make an aggressive play into water. Finds another target here. Sees the one at Squeaky and sprays them down too. 3K for Vampy on the round. Zenny now with this op. Gonna throw it away so no one can steal it from them. Will get a frag with the P250. Deimos though does have their own op. Zenny's gonna pick up an AK. And finds Egglet, or rather Egglet found them. So 7-5 lead here for Unexpected Victory. After, again, a big steal from Velocity in the round before. Javuin says, NAF fans are here. Hi, my dude. He's got 8 frags so far, having a pretty decent game for themselves. But speaking of frags, leading that category is Vampy with 16. Still not far behind with 14 on Velocity, so 2 players having a good start there. A bit of a fail molly to get this round started as Velocity looks to see what they can do moving through Monster again, maybe. Naft is watching that one up. He's going to re-up that smoke. Just wanting to make it annoying to get through there. Meanwhile, Alpha finds a target in Squeaky and takes him down. Turns around as they're starting to walk through the monster. Alpha finishes off a second one, tries to run away, but eventually is taken down by Zenny, who now has 2 frags in the round as well, putting this to a 3v3. Rotation's got to come over from Deimos and Egglet, because right now, currently, Vampy is a lone person still kind of in the area. But Vampy waiting patiently here. He's going to start walking through the smoke, getting in behind them potentially. The bomb starts to be planted. Vampy shows his face, tries to take him down, but as they hide into the smoke, they actually lose track of where Bono was. So Bono will get that bomb plant, but Deimos here with the op, getting work done on 2 of them. That leaves BK, the lone defender of this op. They approach it at the same time. Egglet cleans up that last frag, so Unexpected Victory will take this half. They go up 8-5. So we got a couple more rounds to play in this half. Max loss bonus activated right now for Escape Velocity, but that'll give them the ability to afford a full buy here. And they want to go for it. They're getting an op onto Zenny once again. They're met by a molly as they try to make their way into Fountain, and Vampy just doesn't show any fear. Takes down 3 of them all by himself. Eventually, Silk is able to finish them off, but now finishes off Tyra, who was moving through short there. And that's going to leave Silk, who picked up that op, to try to keep this op. Vampy, who just a couple rounds ago punished for their aggressive play, just not afraid to do it once again. Just goes straight at them as they were walking up upper tons to playground. Throws up that molly to give them pause, and then just walks out to take him down. Beautiful play by Vampy to pick up that 3K before going down. Now have to go, of course, contribute that one more. So that's why we're watching Silk here try to fill off this 1v4. Has the bomb on them. Yeah, with max loss bonus, you're probably okay to kind of go with this going into the last round. So they're going to go for it. Throwing out mollies here, but Deimos will finish them off. 9-5 lead for here for Unexpected Victory. And it's going to be an imperfect buy for Escape Velocity. But they'll see what they can do with what they got. Unexpected Victory are looking to try to double up here in the first half. They're going to go with a double op setup for this one. Deimos and Vampy both equipped with those. But we're getting Mac 10s, Galils, the 1 AK on BK for Velocity. So not super great. Vampy gets that first shot, taking him down. Looks like one of the ops actually were given away. Okay, no, Deimos picks it back up. Okay. I was like, oh, he's going to go with the AK instead. Never mind. Vampy looking to go back. Ooh, going back to the well here. Switches up to this AK. Alphyte helps stop for one. Tyro in the middle of everything gets taken down. And that will be a 10-5 lead here for Unexpected Victory on the CT side. So well played by them. It was close through most of that. They were, in fact, trading leads for plenty in that first half. But I kind of touched on a little bit before how sometimes losing one round loses you three. And it kind of felt like that a little bit as we came down the stretch here for Velocity and UV1. And they're able to kind of get that done there. Chat. All right, Vampy made up for it. I think, yeah, I could see your emotes and your chat there. I think you were seeing that like, kind of failed aggression and then later successful aggression coming through. So that's awesome. But anyway, like I was trying to say, there's some trading to happen early on, largely on the back of Velocity having very, very good eco rounds. I feel like all of their eco rounds, they got something out of it. They obviously won 2 of them. And then one of them, they still got that bomb plant, as I mentioned, on B, and took down a couple of frags. So, Skip Velocity did real good work on those eco rounds. But in the end, as like money started flowing into UV1's hands, they were able to kind of run away with the rest of the first half. And they took that one down. So now they'll have this relatively cushy 10-5 lead, but definitely not insurmountable, that's for sure. See how Unexpected Victory cheat the T side here. And again, we're 0-3 on pistol rounds so far to start the season for UV1. Stat I'm going to track probably until they at least win 1, and then I'll not be able to remember that number after that. And here we go. Vampy here with the P250. Getting a little bit of damage onto BK. But they're coming for him. They've walked up the playground and are looking to fight over there. Naf, meanwhile, is in connector. Taking a peek. Fairly conservative around here for Unexpected Victory. Trying to see if anyone comes for them. Silk might see Vampy here. It definitely does. Takes him out. So that'll be an early start here for this round 4 Velocity. 4v5 now. Zenny here, standing up in heaven. He's got this frag. Here comes Unexpected Victory, starting to walk towards tracks. Maybe the hits through Monster? Who knows? Back to Zenny, who's stoic. Thanks, Auto Director. Just wanted to check in on Zenny, holding that grenade still. Here we go. Naft is getting onto this B side here. Gonna run straight at Tyra, take him down. Nice play by Naft. Alphyte beginning this bomb plant. Will get it down. So 4v4 here. See how the retake effort goes from Velocity. Here's Silk, who has been a star player for Velocity on this day. Naft waiting here. Hits a nice headshot. Gets taken down for the effort. Alphyte, though, and Egglet team up for a couple more. Egglet grabbing 2k on the round. And that will be a pistol round win. There you go. I can stop talking about them. Their pistol round loss streak here for UV1. Ooh, 22 frags. We're just in the second half here for Vampy. Again, don't sleep on Silk with 17 there. 12 and 12 for both Deimos and Alphyte. 10 on Bono. Those are all your players in double digits in this game. Nade from Egglet does a ton of damage over the Zennies who bought up the Scout here. And they bought up as much as they could here as Velocity, upgrading their pistols, upgrading their armor, buying as much utility as they can. So they're really going for it on this round. And why not? You've been so competent on your ecos. Maybe you could do it again here, but Vampy on the Galil is going to find one in bathroom. Meanwhile, Deimos potentially looking for a direction to hit. Alphyte and Vampy starting to move through the short A. Vampy spraying one down. Alphyte helping take down another with Egglet. So 5v2 now as they're getting onto this A site, and the bomb is starting to make their way over here too, and in the hands of Naft. Naft will now get this bomb planted. Let's see what Bono and BK can do here on the retake. Or if they just decide to save their armor, which is not nothing, to be honest. Save your armor, save your utility. And it looks like that is what they're doing. As they're backing away all the way to T spawn. See if Deimos hunts for them. He flashes for himself and walks through Squeaky. They're, of course, not there. Will Bono meet up with Alphite? Alphite sees Bono, sprays him down. Behind him is BK. He spins around and takes down BK too. Alphite 3k in the round and cleaning up. Doesn't even let them save their armor like I mentioned they were trying to do here. So that's, again, not insignificant. I'm going to get a full eco here, I'd imagine, from Velocity this time around. Just some upgraded pistols. Tyra's going to buy a couple flashes. UV1 now up 12-5. Go into this bonus round, looking to see if they can clean up an extra one here. They just run straight at them. Silk gets started, but Alpha and Eglet team up for a couple more. Silk getting one more here as we continue to watch Alpha go to work and pick up another frag. 3v2 now with Silk down to 8 HP. Deimos has picked up the bomb and is now running their way back through B site. And looking to get onto there. Tyra on the chase. Has Silk with them and right behind. They're going to be able to get this bomb planted. Here we go. Alphite tried to wait back here for them roaming in there. Does get taken down. Gives them that Galil. So they got themselves a rifle now. Actually, they have two rifles. But 14 HP between two people. Deimos will jump up. Snap, take down the other one. 13-5 now is lead for Unexpected Victory. Good 3-0 start to this T-side effort. And a solid round there. Decent amount of damage put together from Velocity, but see what they can do now in this one. They're going all in here. Double op setup, glass cannon, no armor on both Zenny and BK. And that could potentially be enough to stuff Unexpected Victory. And that's exactly what Escape Velocity are going to want to be able to do. 60 Hertz in chat, playing much better as a team this game from last game on Dust. I agree. Jump peek from Tyra. Alphite with quick reactions. Impressive play there from Alphite. Just, you know, that jump peek's usually pretty safe. Give you some information there. People don't usually hit that hatch head so cleanly, so very impressive shot from Alphite. 54 seconds left here. This is UV1. Have a 5v4. And are flashing their way towards long. Vampy, meanwhile, is walking up short B and is able to take down one. Here's a flash from Molly as they're just a lurker making a lot of noise here. Bono will meet up with them and take him down. The rest of them are starting to walk their way here through water. But Silk finishes off Nap 2 as well. So suddenly we're in a 3v3. But Eglet will take down Bono and pick up this op. Deimos will finally get this bomb planted. Zenny with the op from up in heaven. Fires out a shot through the smoke. Alphite finishes off Silk. So that's going to leave Zenny here by themselves with this op. Can they save it? They go all the way back towards this A site and just run away back to long A. Ownerman chat, Vampy's on fire tonight. Yeah, very happy with what I see. Maybe the roster was stressed about the first main game. Yeah, potentially. They also had a tough opponent. But do note, oh, strong mentals this team. Oh, he's being chased down right now. Is Zenny, but Eglet gets taken out for their effort. that loses them an op. Actually. But 14-5 is still the lead right now for Unexpected Victories. And he's got to keep that op from that round, see how well it works out for them. Here's BK, finds the rush coming through here. Takes down one. Tyra gets through Squeaky and finishes off 2 more for themselves. The aggressive player right now working out for Velocities. Now they have themselves a 4v2. Deimos, though, gets on site here on B and finishes off 1 target. Zeddy, meanwhile, is watching over the bomb. Ooh, and finds Naf. So now it's just Deimos here. Try to hold it down by themselves. They'll get it done here. They've got 2K right now with the SG. Got to finish off 2 more and go back and get the bomb. Got a minute to do that with. Deimos looking through pipe now, but a couple of them are just chilling over the bomb. Zenny is watching it with that op. Looking through short. Deimos going to do some damage onto Tyra there. Here's Deimos flashing for himself. Try to give them access here. Ooh, takes down the opper. So Deimos looking to clutch this one out. Oh, Molly's towards Squeaky, but Tyra was over on the other side. Tyra finishes that one off, but monstrous effort from Deimos to make that one interesting. But still a 14-6 lead for Unexpected Victory now. And still an expensive round there for Velocity. Zenny's going to buy up that op again. Just feels like they need it. And Deimos, speaking of ops, also got one. Here's Silk going aggressive again. The aggressive SMG's working out for EV. Vampy, meanwhile, is walking in here, gets a one. They continue to move forward. Tyra gonna get through bathrooms here as they try to aggressive more forward. .4v4 here, tagged so far in this round is Vampy's down to 6 HP. Zenny's down to 35 there, the op carrier for Velocity. And here is that opper watching over bathroom. Early action in this round, slowed down for at least now. 50 seconds left to go in this one. Anglet comes back to pick up the bomb. They'll decide on the hit. Tyra shoots the one coming through Park Connector. 4v3 advantage Velocity now. Ooh, Alpha wanted to make a play there, but BK just sitting there watching it. So it looks like Velocity's made some good adjustments these past couple rounds. And Zenny hits a nice op shot. Hits the second one too. I'll give you a little bit of the highlight reel. 14-7 lead here for Unexpected Victory. But now they're going to have to eco this round out as Velocity's earned the right for that. They've played well in the past few rounds. Like I said, seem to have made a little bit of an adjustment. Play more aggressively and at and in UV1's place, making them uncomfortable. At least so far. See if UV1 can adjust back. But speaking of aggressive, they are just running through water. Maybe trying to get that, again, just that rush towards the B site with these pistols. Try to get on there, but they're just getting mowed down. As Vampy is quickly the last one standing here. And gets finished off, so they don't get the B rush quick plant that they were wanting. 14-8 is still a lead for Unexpected Victory, but Velocity putting on a little bit of comeback here. And now they got some room to breathe in terms of money. Here's UV1 buying this one. AKs and all, but Naf's got that Galil. And yeah, like I said, just playing more aggressively, working out for Velocity lately, and they are certainly doing that in this round too as well. Here's BK moving through Connector already. Throwing out nades, and there's a couple of them there for UV1. Zenny watching long. More interested in seeing what happens here. Naf turns away from a flash, then sprays one down through the smoke. We're gonna re-up that smoke there and back off. 5v4 here for UV1. Naf coming back down. Damos got the bomb here by Fountain. Bono just watch that smoke, and as it clears just enough, Bono will see Vampy and take him down. Tyra, meanwhile, sees Naf walking slowly down those stairs, gets taken out. So it's flipped the numbers here. 4v3 advantage velocity. Let's call it 4v2 as Silk hits that shot now. Damos and Eglet can try to get something going here. Damos finds Silk looking the wrong way. Here's Zenny trying to move back here with the op. Onto this A site. Tyra, meanwhile, the lone player kind of holding down B. That seems to be potentially where UV1 are wanting to hit. They're on site now. Damos finds Tyra, takes him down. So now we get a 2v2 here as Damos and Eglet plant the bomb. One of them is up in heaven. Bono starting to move up now just around this pillar from Eglet. Bono gets taken down. Eglet finishes off Zenny as well. Great play by Eglet to wait till they knew where they were, heard the noise of them throwing out some utility, then turns around that corner, finishes them off. Forces match point here now. 15-8 is the lead for Unexpected Victory. And Escape Velocity will now have to start looking at 7 in a row. Here we are. Utility being thrown out. Alpha taking a little bit of damage. Eglet trying to fire at Monster here. Bono is still walking through there. And Eglet will take him down. Crossfire will mean Vampy helps him take out BK as well. 5v3 advantage here on this match point. Ooh, Nade's gonna do some chip damage. Another one. Tags Alpha a little bit too. But they're starting to move through Monster now. They've gotten onto site. Tyra finished off one, but Vampy and Eglet grabbed down the other two. That leaves Zenny as the last one standing here. Zenny's Molly finished off Damos. But what can they do with this op? They fire at the smoke, and those pretty close hitting someone. But Vampy cleans up that last round, and that will be an Unexpected Victory win. They will improve to 1-1 now on the season. And do pretty well. It was close. It was back and forth affair between UV1 and Escape Velocity through the early parts of the first half, but UV1 eventually seemed to have cracked the code and ran away with it in the end. Let's see if we can get an interview here. Let's go with Vampy. Got the ace. It's usually a pretty easy call. See if we were able to get them in here. But yeah, it was a game that was very interesting in the terms of Escape Velocity, able to win so many of those ecos early on that kept it real close early in the first half. But in the end, it was cleaned up by Unexpected Victory. We're trying to see if we get an interview here with Vampy. Just waiting. Just send them a message. Hopefully we can get him in here. But, you know, exactly what Unexpected Victory needed. They, of course, lost that first game, and sometimes, you know, it's easy to lose a game and then be tilted for the next, but UV1 definitely came out to play today. I am now joined by Vampy. How you doing, my dude?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just chilling. Got to see you guys put together a nice win. Nice bounce back win, of course, after losing that first game. So actually want to maybe play back, ask you a little bit about the first game, if you don't mind answering some about that.
Fine.
And then we'll talk about the happiness of this game.
Of course.
but yeah. So game number one happened, and it was one that, I don't know. Did you guys feel like you were outmatched in that one, or was it? Do you feel like in hindsight, if you can see the things you needed to change to have won game one?
Game one, it was kind of just everyone was off. No one was really hitting any shots. And with that kind of lack of, consistency in the shots, I feel like we just gave up a lot of map control. And then after losing a lot of map control, then they just easily retook the map control and then exploited some of the sites really quickly.
All right.
Simple as that. I mean, like if we do occasionally have games where we're off hitting shots, and, some other people are picking up the shots.
Yeah.
You'll have games like this. But that was just, first game. Everyone's kind of just getting back into the groove of League.
Yeah.
And that type of thing won't be consistent at all.
Cool. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask one quick question about that, so thank you for
No,
answering
it's
that.
all good.
But let's move on to this game. So this game had an interesting start. They were like both of you guys. You won an eco. They won an eco. You guys were like trading winning ecos there, and that was actually what was keeping it close. Did that worry you? That trend worry you at all? As they were winning ecos, like that maybe that would be enough for them to keep it close, or did you guys just kind of feel like you had it anyway?
Honestly, I didn't even really consider the ecos as like a big factor at that point, because like we were trading rounds back and forth, and it kind of just made me focus on what they were doing rather than what the rounds were looking like. So Demos and Naft had a few calls, which kind of gave away some of their setups oriented towards which sites they were going to take. And once we kind of figured that out, we kind of just made them a little bit more scared and hesitant towards pushing certain sites, as well as some of the dead giveaway smokes that they threw. So once those were countered, it was kind of easy lockdown on CT, and everyone kind of chimed in when they needed to.
Cool. Well, let's walk back a little bit to your Deagle ace that came out from that one. So like let's walk through like what you thought of that happening, as like it was kind of two different firefights that led to it. You got the first couple easy ones, and then you just kind of like flicked around and fragged a bunch for the last few.
I'm not gonna lie, full tunnel vision. Like the first full tunnel vision, the first boost, like that's our one of our main things that we do. You noticed it before.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And we exploit it a lot because people get caught off, just based on their own tunnel vision, right?
Right.
They said, there's util coming towards A. I just hauled ass up there, and then shots just started coming through, and Damos was calling, Egg was calling where they were. So I was just like, okay, let's just peek these angles. Every angle I peeked just happened to have the crosser on their head. It was so stupid.
Perfect. That's the dream, though, right?
It was really like just odd how it all happened, but made it work.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So I guess down the stretch in this game, they started playing more aggressively, but like it was cool to see. There was a little bit old school Vampy in this game. Like I know, like last season there was a lot of you saying like, I could kind of let the rest of the team kind of take the reins, but this game had some of you just playing right up into playground, right where in upper tons there with them. There was one time they shut you down, but then a couple rounds later, you just came back at it again. Did you come into this game thinking I'm gonna play more aggressively today?
We've been reformatting a lot of the stuff that we're doing. Damos is kind of switching around some of the stuff that we're doing. Naf's gonna have a lot of aggressive plays. That's just my play style, so he's trying to fit that back into the kind of norm of how I play. Same thing with Naft. He has a little bit of aggressive stances sometimes, so you'll see instances where people are postured in manners that are a little bit different than what you're used to seeing, but it's still going to be like the same effective type of thing that you see towards sight, but just a little bit far forward.
No, it's cool to see that, and it's cool to see you guys continuing to grow and evolve your game, and not just sitting on like, oh, this works so well in IM. I think you guys recognize like, oh, we're in main now. Like so we gotta like make things happen, and you made things happen today. So congratulations on the win, Vampy, and I look forward to the game tomorrow. Is our next one?
Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. We got to get ready for that one soon.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good, man. You have a good night, and we'll see you then.
Appreciate it.
All right, see you, Vamp. All right, folks, that was a big win here for Unexpected Victory. They are able to get their record to 1-1, and again, like I mentioned to Vampy now, their next game is tomorrow. So same bad time, same bad channel, I believe. Yes, it's also 9:30 Eastern. So feel free to come and check that one out here. Again, they're up against the Binker Bots in tomorrow's game. And as a quick check on them, they're currently 1-0. They're also playing. They played their first game today, and so they sit at 1-0. The Bigger Bots were a team that I think I recognize their name in intermediate. Yeah, they were over in IM as well. They were also in round number 4. So again, another team that potentially is right around the level of Unexpected Victory. Then we need to see how they match up against them. So that will be huge. Bigger Bots, another Canadian team to note as well. Well, folks, I've been Johnny Esports this whole time. You can find me at Johnny Esports on everything from Twitter to Twitch to TikTok. It's all at Johnny Esports. It's at JONNY Esports. Well, folks, that's it for today. We will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully another UV1 win, or at the very least, another good match. All right, folks, goodbye.
You should come over. The city moves slower. Here on the 9th floor, sitting with me. It's hard into round. I'm passing my time up here on my dirty balcony. The weather's been nice, but we don't need small talk. We got the world here at our feet. You should come over. My head on your shoulder, killing some time just sitting with me. It isn't Paris or Mexico, I know, but it could be nice. Spending July on my dirty balcony. Beaches and boardwalks, send me a postcard.